This is a heart, lock, and key out of one piece of wood. Quick, let's do this while the inspector is sleeping. The block I'm starting with is basswood. It carves really nice for chains, and I'm just checking here to make sure that everything lines up. And now I'm going to bandsaw out the front view. I'll go around the sides and I'll come in and cut out those links. Notice how I'm saving the side pattern. I'm lining them up in order so I can tape them back on later and cut the other direction. Right here is where I come in and I notch out between the links. Makes it easier to separate them. Now I'm going to tape back on the other view so I can cut from the other side. I use a clear boxing tape. That way you can see your pattern through it and it'll hold it on until you get it all cut free. I cut in little notches that are between the links. That way it's easier to separate them. Also thin down the key end. You can't come all the way up because one of the links bypasses that key end and goes through the key. After I get it all cut out, I drill holes to thread the scroll saw blade through. I also have to mark out any of the pattern that I may have cut away when I was cutting the block. Alright, thinking, ready to scroll saw. Don't make a mistake here. Notice that I darkened in the links that are on the edge so I don't cut into them when I scroll saw out the holes. You got to make sure that they have clearance so they come up and through the other links going the other direction. We're going to have to finish blocking this out with a knife, and you've got to cut down to the line and make a T shape. Here I'm marking how far down to cut the chain link that faces the front. You don't want to carve further than this because the chain link that goes the other direction will take up that space. After laying out all the links, go ahead and carve them loose. Just like the chains in my other videos, get them carved loose and then you can fit the key into the lock. There's a couple of different ways to do that. I used a small veiner gouge to cut it in. And here's 4 examples. This is the block out with no carving done. This is halfway carved, the chain's all done, but the key needs to be rounded out and shaped to fit flat into the heart lock. And you might notice on this one that I've finished that I put a little more detail into the key. The extra detailing on the key legs makes them really weak, so after I carve them, I usually put super glue on it. It soaks into the grain and it makes it a lot stronger. This one, I just put a keyhole in it so the key would fit in like a regular lock. And the inspector woke up just in time for the final inspection. And thanks very much for watching.